Good morning, everyone. It is my favorite show of the week. Welcome to the Bod Signal. My name is RJ Redden, and today we're just going to celebrate our wins, one after another. After another. Join me, please. And if you are willing, to let us know what was a great big win for you this week. We want to know what it is. Toss it in the comments for me. Pretty much anywhere you make a comment now, I can see it. We're broadcasting on many channels right now. So whether you write it in Twitch or LinkedIn or YouTube or even, the original Facebook, I'll be able to see that and I will read your comment out and celebrate you. Why do we do this? Why do we take a whole day, a whole show, one time a week, and sit back and celebrate what we've done this week? Well, this is really important. It is really important to celebrate the cool things that we've done. It's good to be recognized. One of the biggest things that motivate people is community, right? We could all use a little bit more actual community these days, not just kind of being, thrown into a group with a bunch of people that you don't really know and don't have time to get to know for whatever reason. No, not most online type community interactions. No, this is a community interaction where we are going to look straight at you and tell you what a great job you did this week. The accomplishment, whatever it is, will fit. Business, personal, big or little. I don't care. I don't. Because here's the thing. We don't stop and celebrate ourselves enough. Today, I want to make a little bit of a difference in the world. I think that's why we all get into entrepreneurship. We want to make a difference in the world. We want something to change. That's the deal. I once had a teacher long time ago, and this is when I was an exchange student. But this teacher was he was teaching entrepreneurship. He was from some crazy Duke University or something like that. I don't even remember, but he basically made this huge list of problems on the board, and then he said, okay, how do you solve this one? How do you solve this one? And basically it was kind of running through a normal person's day. And looking at all of the problems that they have, like traffic, like, breakfast not getting done on time, like running out of time, like, all of the things that we go through, many human beings go through on a daily basis. And I was like, what is the point of this exercise? Because here we were naming all the problems with traffic. Here we were, naming all the problems with bosses, whatever it was, right? And then he said, every single business is designed to solve these problems. Not necessarily the normal run-of-the-mill office job, type of problems. Not necessarily that, but problems that come up in our lives. My business is designed to solve a problem too. It's called engagement. People don't get enough online. They're not able to, I didn't say willing, they're not able to nurture their lists like they'd like. They're not able to kind of get the results that they want. People spend lots of money and lots of time getting those leads in, but once they're there, what do you do? What do you do with those? So for me, that's the problem that my business solves, but every business is designed to solve a problem. And so what problems have you solved for people this week? What have you done? What are you about to do? What can we celebrate? Write it in the comments for me. And I've got a few celebrations to start us off myself. Of course, listen, I have been working very hard on our little community that's going to be launched. I'm going to give that one 2 because that celebrate one doesn't show up. There we go. I got the outstanding snarl. Yes, I feel important. So it's going to be a paid community, not going to be free, because I think that it's time. It's time to start paying attention to people who are launching. I'll tell you what the problem. I'll tell you what the deal about the community is. What I design it to be is not just here are a bunch of people that are sort of interested in a topic, and I've gathered them all, and I'm going to show them things. Okay, I already do that in Black Belt Bot community, which you can join for free. Great, excellent. However, I want to start focusing on people who are launching engagement marketing pieces. I want people to bring their stuff to us and post it and let the group take a look and review it and maybe, suggest some things. And for me, it's the only way we're really going to start the engagement marketing revolution is to put stuff out there and have it perform and have all of your friends go, where did you get that? Where did you learn that? Where is that from? What can I do to get that? That's how we build a community. That's how we build momentum. And that's how we're going to skyrocket this engagement stuff. And this is how we're going to start the revolution. We're going to start people going toward engaging marketing instead of the kind of stuff that we are normally taught to do, which does not nurture our audiences, which does not produce the kind of results that we want. We have settled, my friends. We have settled for stuff that kind of works, kind of mostly okay. I'm done settling. How about you? Liesel's here. Hello. Watching and walking the dog. That's wonderful. Hey, Liesel, if you have had a win this week, post it in the comments for me. Oh, well, you're walking the dog. Maybe when you get back. I mean, I want you and the dog to be safe, obviously. So working on the community has been a great big win for me. I have been working on it in a different space. I've been working on it on Mighty Networks, who knows if we're going to end up there, but that's where we're starting. And it's been a lot of fun. I haven't had as much visual control over the design of it that I would like. However, many of the other things that are in there are so cool. A lot of cool features, a lot of cool things that I can do, and a lot of things that in this is what pleases me absolutely utterly. Every person's experience is curated by the things that they are interested in. When you join the network, you get to make a lot of choices, and you get to make choices about stuff that you're interested in, whether you just want to see everything, whatever it is. Every person's feed basically looks different according to what they're interested in and what they want to do. Yes. Yes to that. Yes. Because that is magic principle number 2 of engagement marketing, which is personalization and giving people choices, which are actually kind of exactly the same thing. Adam, happy Friday. Good to see you, brother. Lovely to see you today. Thanks for joining us. Adam, if you've had any great big wins this week, place them right in the comments, and we will celebrate you. It's big wins, small wins, personal, business, we don't care. We're celebrating our lives today. In the past week, whatever you have accomplished, that will fill that bill, put it in there, and we'll celebrate. So community is almost done. I need to make 2 more videos, and then we'll be in like Flynn. So we're looking for a grand opening on Monday. Alexa and I are working very hard on making this awesome for you guys. Other wins this week. This is more of a personal win, I think, for me. And that is, I work a lot with Pamela Russell. She does a lot of, and I don't really understand what she does. I just know that it works. She does a lot of mind remapping type stuff. And we were having a session the other day, and one of the things that came up was, when I meet people, it's okay to treat them as if we already have the relationship that I want to have. that's what I think. That's what I took away from it. And I don't remember the exact wording at all, but that's what I took away from it. And for me, it was like, when I first meet people, especially if it's like maybe a room full of people, an event or something like that. Now events are different now for me, because people already most of the time know who I am when I walk into one of those things. But just in normal non-caped persona here, I tend to watch the room. I tend to look at everybody, and like I tend to kind of really hang back and make sure I case the place, for a while. And what came up is that there's just no reason to have that fear. There's just no reason to have that fear. Some people are going to judge me, and some people are going to love me. And it doesn't matter who falls into which bucket. I don't need to attract everyone in the world, and I don't need to be attractive to everyone in the world. I don't. I wouldn't have that much room for people anyway. I mean, really. So for me, that was a big win. We're going to hit the celebration button, and then I am going to catch up on some comments because I feel like there's some big wins in there, and we need to pay some attention to them. So here we go. Adam, small win, got my animation to render nicely. Ooh, you're doing 3D modeling and animations. I got to talk to you. We're going to give that a second win button just because, wow, that work is really difficult to do, but it can be so freaking amazing when it turns out. That's one of those things that I'm fascinated in, and I just know I don't have enough time for, so I avoid it. But Adam, hey man, I am so proud of you. That is awesome. And when that animation, whenever that is released, or if it's released now, share it with us so that we can all celebrate with you. Very, very good. Thank you for posting that, Adam. That is really awesome stuff. So that was a win from Adam. Other wins that have happened inside the bot cave this week. Gosh, last night. Sometimes I think that I might just clone myself into 6 people to get all of the little things done that I think will be amazing and fabulous. And what I used to do was just have the idea and then say to myself, I don't have time to make that happen, and then discard it and not think about it again. Every business needs marketing. I'm going to put my keyboard away for a second. Every business needs marketing. Every business needs to be seen and heard. That is the name of the game. That is what we're often trying to do with social media. Great stuff. However, most of the time I get really, really involved in the side of my business where I'm doing stuff and talking to people about what I do and services and all of that kind of stuff. I'm a bit more on the out front and sales side of my business. And then my team is more the building side. They make things happen, right? So who takes care of, like, I don't know, like social media stuff, and who takes care of all, these other things? Well, sometimes that stuff just goes untaken care of in my business. Please don't look at my website right now. Just don't. Listen, it was 3 years ago. Okay. I needed the money. No, I'm just kidding. I needed the money. That's a famous punchline. Go look it up. Anyway. There are certain things that don't get redone. There are certain things that just kind of stay the same out of default because I'm a busy person. But recently I've begun to think bigger than that. Okay. If I face a potential project and I think to myself immediately, I don't have time, so it's not getting done, I'm doing myself a disservice. So this week, what I decided to do was, I still have the same problem. I'm going to approach it as if I'm going to approach it as if, maybe I don't have the time right this minute, but what I can do is work out the process, document the heck out of it. And then when I have some opening and some room to hire some people to do things like that for me, then boom, I have the list all ready to go. I can train and they can be off and running in a day. Just by thinking, you know what, I can do this. I can, and it's going to be just fine. I'm going to start the process. I'm going to start the ball rolling on this instead of just say, well, I don't have time right now. Just that little change in perspective. I spent about an hour last night documenting a process that I want to have done, kind of going through the steps online and going, okay, I'm going to go through it a couple more times just to ensure that all the steps are there. And then boom, it's going to be ready to hand to somebody the second that I have that room. And I feel great about that. I feel great about that because there's so many things about my business that I would love absolutely to improve. And I don't have time right now. But I will. I'm growing. I'm scaling up during COVID. I know, right? It doesn't seem right, but no, it's right. It's right. I'm scaling during this time. And instead of that's outside of what I can afford with time or money, you know what? I can afford it. Let's just look about how. Let's find a way to expand to include the things that I want in my business. And let me tell you, that little perspective change affects a lot of little things, points me in the right direction and gets me moving. And that is where I need to be. I'm going to catch up with the comments here. I made some quick animation practices with a 2D logo to 3D animation creation over on my Insta reel. Amazed I can create and model. Very difficult, but fascinating. Oh, you are so right, Adam. I have looked at those. There's some animation programs out there like Blender. It's free, but the learning curve is expensive time-wise. But the people who love it rave about it. And then there's also a couple of other ones that people tend to use. It does look like a difficult process, but I'm proud that you are doing it. I'm proud that you're making these things happen because not everybody has that capacity, but you do, Adam. I'm always saying, oh yeah, I have a website. I should probably check on that. Oops. Oh, hey, mine, I built it 3 years ago, babies. Refining that thing has not been on top of mind. So here's where I'm going with my next stuff. And my next stuff, I'm building it on Groove Pages. That is on deck right after we release the community, which is going to be on Monday. So next week, I'm going to be working on this bad boy. When I work on it, I'm going to design something that I can maintain very, very easily and on a consistent basis. It may be a one-pager, people. It may be a one-pager, and I'm okay with that. Because the secret is this. I don't ever, ever, ever again want to build something. This 3 years ago, built it, very proud of it. Boom, gonna launch that bad boy out into the world. Excellent. Now I've got work to do because I'm an entrepreneur, right? And so I forget. And then here we are 3 years later, and I was looking at it the other day and I was like, not that it's terrible, not that it's actually terrible, but when you look at something and you're a tech person and you know that there are about 1 billion ways to make that better, your brain is like, why is that not better? So here's my plan. I'm going to make something that is small. I have so many things. I have so many content creation pieces out on the internet right now. I have so much going on. And that's wonderful stuff. That's where that needs to be. but I'm not going to make something that is huge and unwieldy, and how do I keep up with this thing? Because I want to build it into my routine. I want to build it into my monthly routine. Check it over. Is everything still correct? Is there anything I need to add? No. All right, we're on to next month. So not only do I need to build the website, which is going to be small, it's not going to be, I'm not going to build a big complicated monster. It's just not the way to go nowadays, people. I'm going to build it and then add it into my monthly schedule. Take a look, see if it's cool still. And if there's something that needs to be added, then add the thing and move on. My dog is snoring next to me. It is the cutest thing in the whole wide world. Blender, that is what you're using. Oh, absolutely. And if anybody has the brain capacity to make that go, it's you. My 3D rabbit hole started because I wanted to bring my comic book story to life. However, that is a big rabbit hole. Indeed, sir. Indeed it is. Very good. If you have got more wins to report to us, please do let us know in the comments here. Another win. Gosh, I found this piece of software. Now I know you guys. You're like, oh, so much software over there. Yeah. But I found this piece of software. And I'm investigating it. So I'm not giving the name out quite yet because I think that it's a cool freaking idea. But when I was playing around with it last night, it wasn't quite baked yet. So I don't want to necessarily lead people there until I know that everything is in mechanically working order. So yeah, but it's this site, and they it's pretty amazing actually. So it's based on the idea around micro content. Micro content, as you know, if you've been following me, is 60 to 90 seconds. It's audio, it's video, it's something that catches people on the scroll because it's short. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. Just like me, baby. And you get to attract people with that type of stuff. People like it. People like bite size nowadays. So this site is kind of what they're wanting to do is when you give them your micro content, they will automatically put intro, outro on video, and on audio, intro, outro. And they will also print out or make transcribe a text version. Wow, coolness. That is really great stuff because that stuff that they're doing is automated, and it is, for a human to do this. Okay, here, put 30 intro, outro bumpers on these things. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so tedious for humans. I love it when people see an opportunity like that and go right after it. So that is another win this week. I'm going to be using that. I'll investigate it, and I sent some questions in. I'm going to talk to the owner a little bit, hopefully here, and just see what they have to say about some of the things that I noticed. And after I do that, then I'm going to give out the love for it. So, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned on Monday. We're going to do an opening of the actual community. I'm planting some Easter eggs in there, people. I'm planting some cool stuff for you to find and experience, engage with, and enjoy and learn from. And I'm doing it all. The early bird price is going to be $7 a month. So if you can afford a couple of cups of coffee, then you can hang out with me a heck of a lot more. And I have a higher tier too, but that one is kind of client based right now. So yeah, There you have it. There you have it. This week in history. The week that ends in the 25th on 2020. My friends, I hope that whatever you did this week, you accomplished something great for yourself, for your community, for your family, for your business, whatever it was. I hope that you spread some ripples of coolness in a world that absolutely desperately needs you right now. And that's it for me today. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and being an awesome, awesome crowd. I will be back Monday, 10 o'clock Central, as I am every single weekday. We're gonna do some crazy community stuff. I'm gonna demo some stuff. It's gonna be really super sweet. Hope to see you then. And until then, my friend, I will see you in a bot. Oh, shoot. I needed to end the broadcast.